What's good? What's good? What's good, my beautiful people? I pray all is well. Welcome to Words to Live By. I am your host, Speak Nay, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day today. I pray that not only you and your family is doing well, but your mental health as well. So I got a guest with me today. I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and we're gonna get it popping. You hear me?
Okay, if you're feeling suspicious.
Hey, I'm Ree. I'm joining Nate today on the podcast.
You
Look
heard
forward
me.
to having some good conversations about, healthy love, healthy relationships. But for me, all is well. It's a nice day.
Good, 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 good,
Yeah.
good. Real talk. So, listen, this platform is just built on just positivity and honesty. You know what I'm saying? Talking about real issues that we all face in our singleness and in our relationships as well. Not only in your relationships when it comes to intimacy, but also your friendships as well. We'll talk about other things also, but we just based on just positivity and giving people the real grit of it all and giving them something to think about and moving on with their life with a positive light. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much into the negative talk. I know there will be negative subjects that we have to speak about, that we will speak about, but we will absolutely be honest in those situations and give our opinion. You know what I'm saying? Our word is not bond, but it's how we walk and how we live our life and, how we feel about certain situations. So this is our words to live by. And like I said, let's get it. What you got for me, ReRe? What you want to touch on first?
So I've been listening to, different Facebook posts, different TikToks, all of that. And one thing I've been hearing lately is how long does it take men to know that this is the woman that they want to marry, that they want to be with? So I've heard people say 1 month. I've heard people say 7 years. What's your thoughts?
Well, let me just keep it a bean. It don't take that long. Let's be for real, fellas. We know the type of relationship we want with a woman within a week of talking to her, spending time with her, chopping it up with her. We know if we want it to be a sex ship. We know if we want it to be a situationship. We know if we just trying to hit it and get out the way. We also know if this is something that we want to be patient with, take our time with, and we see her as a part of our future. We absolutely know that in 2 weeks. And I'm talking about 2 weeks of, talking, spending time together, and all of that. I'm not talking about, talking to her one day and, going 3 or 4 days without talking to her. I'm talking about consistency. I'm talking about us really putting some time in to a woman, because we even put time into the sex ships.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? We even put time into the situationships. Now we may have situationships with 3, 4 other women, but we definitely put some time into it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it don't take that long for us men to know exactly what we want out of the woman that we meet.
So you say 2 weeks. Men know, like
It don't take me that long.
So you already know, when I meet this woman, they fall into one of several categories.
Absolutely. By her conversation, how she carry herself. I'm very intentional on when I meet women. So I thrive in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I definitely pay attention. And if we've been talking for a week or two, I absolutely know what category I'm gonna put her in. There ain't no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly the category that she goes in. Period. It don't take me in that long. We may say now, as far as in somebody who's taking them a long time to get married or whatever, then he may not see himself as a husband.
Oh, okay.
He may see her as a wife, but he may not see himself as a husband. He may not be ready for marriage because he's still out here playing.
Okay, so he could be the reason why the
Absolutely.
relationship is not going
He
in the right
absolutely can be.
direction.
He absolutely can be the reason, especially if he knows that this is what she want, and he keeps stalling. He can absolutely be the reason. You know what I'm saying? He may not want to be married, but like I said, these are also questions that we need to ask whoever we talking to at the beginning. You know, we wait until we in love or we didn't dug deep into the relationship to now we barely finding out things about this person. Absolutely not. If you see yourself as a husband, why not mention that to her the first night or the first day? Like, where do you see yourself? Now people, oh, that might scare somebody off. No, baby girl, I see myself as a husband.
Okay.
Right there, when I say I see myself as a husband, she has every opportunity
Right.
to let me know if she see herself as a wife. Like, she could easily, and this is the point where people are not honest. She could say, well, I don't really see myself getting married no time soon. Well, cool. That's
Okay.
fine. I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm just saying I see myself as a husband and not a boyfriend.
Okay. So, and now if she says, okay, well, no, I don't really see myself getting married, in the next few years, but I do like you and I do want to get to know you. Are you still open for that? Or are you just like, you know what, she not wife material. So at the moment, she's not wife material. So,
But it also depends on my timetable too. What's a few years?
okay.
If a few years for her is 5 or 6 years, then I know absolutely
I
not.
can get somebody else.
Absolutely not. And look, baby girl, I appreciate you. It was fun hanging out with you. You know what I'm saying? We can remain friends. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see us, you know what I'm saying, developing anything more than that, because there are absolutely some women who are wives. They absolutely know what they want. And and before we jump into that, we're absolutely going to get to know each other. But the one important thing about it is I know exactly what she wants,
Right.
and she is a wife. That's who she is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we don't have to jump right into it, but I definitely need to know the route she ready to take.
Okay. I agree.
You
Absolutely.
know, we men, we absolutely know though. We absolutely know the category that we put women in. You know what I'm saying? We put them in categories even before we meet them. We put them in categories due to word of mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because men gossip, men talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? Is the reason why I try to stay out them circles. You feel me?
Ladies, y'all heard that. Men gossip. They like to talk.
They definitely
Yes.
men definitely run their mouth too much.
They absolutely do.
I say that all the time. Like, bro, like there's just some information that your homeboy should know about your wife.
Oh no, absolutely
There's
not.
just some information that your boy should not know about the women that you're dealing with, because I've come to find out that the woman that you're dealing with, once your boys know about that information, you got some snakes around, and then they try to get a bite off that apple. You feel me? So
But wait. So now, we're gonna talk about men first, and then we can talk about women.
Right.
So is it not? It's not okay for a man to either brag to or celebrate.
now we not we them come me and my woman. They not for me and my homeboys.
Yeah. So those private conversations or things should not be had outside of the relationship.
Absolutely.
But saying, "Oh, I have me telling one of my female friends, oh well, nah, I have a good husband, or I have a good guy, like he does X, Y, and Z."
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong
Ain't
with
nothing
that.
wrong with that. I say, like, even with the jump offs, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just some business that don't need to be talked about, bro. Like, I don't. Oh man, I seen you leave with so and so and so. Yeah, we was straight. We was chilling. For me. That's all you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I know some guys that send pictures of the girl to their homeboys and group chats and all of that. And man, and that's their business. But that just that tells me the character of the man. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
everybody shouldn't see that. That woman exposed herself to you. You shouldn't expose her to the whole crew. You feel me? Regardless of what you think, because she can't be that much of a jump off if you land up with her. And most of the time, they're the ones that the guys fall in love with is the jump off. Real talk.
Oh, shucks. Okay.
So, but we also know women talk too. We also know that women talk too, and and even they homegirls be scoping they man out that they be talking about because they looking for one. You feel me?
Don't nobody want somebody that ain't got nobody.
Real talk. Real talk. That's square business. That's real talk.
Oh, so, as well as men know, women know too. We know as soon as we talk to somebody, we absolutely know what category we have placed this man in.
Right.
If he gonna be just our friend, if we was want to have sex with him, or if you know what, I think I could have a potential relationship with this person. We know as well.
Absolutely. Y'all, sometimes I'll be putting a full court press on a brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't.
even within that though, like I said, we grown, so grown people need to act grown and make grown decisions and just be honest from the jump. If it ain't what you want, then just say that.
Now that I absolutely agree with. People should be honest and tell the truth and say what it is that you want. Say what you are doing. Don't have people out here guessing, thinking about, and you have them thinking one thing and you out here doing something totally different.
Right.
I don't agree with that. I don't like that.
Give someone the opportunity to make a choice, because some people don't mind just having sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people don't mind just having sex with you and moving around, but whatever, y'all get together, y'all do y'all thing. People don't mind situationships. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think just when the expectation sometimes is not what was told at the beginning, and people change the rules. Now, you said you wanted a serious relationship, but you didn't say you wanted to play around. You didn't say we was going to deal with this drama. You didn't say all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody who wants to deal with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that end. So I also want to ask you about the 50-50. Like, I see that, a lot of women these days saying, if I gotta go 50-50, then I might as well have a roommate. You know what I'm saying? And I think I think a lot of women these days are not really thinking the 50-50 over properly. I think they just watching what these celebrities do and listening to these miserable women and all of that. They're not really taking into account that it's never 50-50 though.
Right. And I personally don't believe in 50-50. Like, am I only gonna give you 50% of me? I might as well be by myself if I'm gonna just give you 50% of myself, because doing 50-50, I don't think that you all in.
Right.
We have to give. Right. We both got to give 100% in this relationship. It may be times when I don't have it and you got it, or you ain't got it, I got it. We not even thinking about that. And I also think that I don't know why so many relationships are led with finances first. Like,
yeah, that's crazy too.
I don't get that.
I think when we talk about 50-50, I think that's the first thing that come to mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I shouldn't be paying this bill, or I shouldn't be paying that bill. But, we in a relationship and I want to give you 110% of me. And I expect that to be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming in one day and I'm 30%, you know what I'm saying? Just emotionally, I'm 30%. I'm feeling some type of way. You going to be that 70% that I'm coming home to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You going to feel that gap and vice versa. For me, it's never been 50-50. No matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to lead. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, whether it's in communication, I'm going to give my woman the best I can give her. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the expectation. That is the goal that I've set for the household. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's been situations where I didn't have it financially. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't I was on that other side to where I didn't have it, and I was looked at crazy as I wasn't a leader or I wasn't this, you know what I'm saying? And it put me in a situation to where, okay, now this is the type of woman that I want. I want a woman that's gonna lift me up. I want a woman that's she not gonna meet me halfway. We gonna lead together. We a team. You know what I'm saying? We have to and I think a lot of people are just not understanding that it's teamwork that make all this work. Right. If I'm paying all the bills and you keeping all your money, we ain't gonna get to the destination faster. Because if I ever fall on my face, then what we talking? Oh, well, now I gotta spend my money and now I gotta do this. Nah, we ain't rocking like that. No. At all.
No, yeah, we can't do that. That's not. I don't think that's a healthy relationship anyway. Especially when you lead with finances. Like, I know that it absolutely does take money to survive.
Facts.
But when money becomes the center focus of the relationship, I think it's already over. And it's just a matter of time.
Once we start arguing about money, it's over.
Yeah.
Love. Listen, and I agree with many people. Love don't pay the bills. Love does not pay the bills. But when you love someone unconditionally, it will never be 50-50. When you love somebody unconditionally, it will never, ever, 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 ever be 50-50.
Now, when we talk about loving somebody unconditionally, what does that mean to you?
Through your ups and your downs, I'm rocking with you. Through your ups and your downs, I'm rocking with you. Through your mistakes, I'm rocking with you. But understand there's certain things that we definitely talked about that I can walk away and still love you. You know what I'm saying? Like your unfaithfulness and your lies and stuff like that. I'm not going for that because I didn't sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I signed up for. So don't tell me that you cheat on me and if I don't take you back, I don't love you unconditionally. You broke the contract once you decided to cheat. You broke the contract once you decided to be unfaithful. That contract was voided. Not saying I still don't love you, but I don't want that type of relationship because I thought we was better than that.
Right. And I don't even think those things fall in the category of unconditional.
But some people say they do. Oh, well, you said you would love me no matter what and through everything. Nah, I absolutely said that. But cheating and lying was not a part of that. It wasn't a part of that.
And I don't think nobody should let nobody play with them like that by saying, oh, I love you. Because I am a firm believer that absolutely if they cheat, they don't love you. Nope.
Real talk.
If they lying to you, they don't love you.
Real talk.
They just being selfish and they want their cake and eat it too. And whoever, the man or the woman, just got to be strong enough to be like, you know what? Yeah, I do love you, but I'm out.
And how much can I really love you if I'm rocking with another woman like that? Like, how much can I really love you if I'm really rocking with another woman? Like I said, I get it. I get it that people say, "Oh, it definitely was. Your cheating was definitely not a mistake. You made a bad decision, but it wasn't a mistake. You knew exactly what you was doing." You know what I'm saying? And I ain't like I said, I'm out. Like I ain't even
just give them one chance.
Nah,
like
I'm gone. I'm out.
Hey, you can't give them one chance. Like it's just that's just it.
For me, it's it. For sure.
I definitely think that's the difference between men and women because women will give men after they have cheated. Most women will give. Although they may be hurt and all of that stuff, they will give a man another chance. They will.
Yeah, for sure.
But for some reason, men just, I don't know, y'all, y'all can put it out, but y'all can't take it.
I mean, real talk. It's definitely like that. But I've known some men who've given, you know what I'm saying, their significant others another chance and they living, happily ever after. You know what I'm saying? They did some counseling, they fixed whatever problem that they had. But, for me, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
You just out.
Yeah, I'm too good of a man to be cheated on, straight up.
You sound just out.
I'm too good of a guy to be cheated on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, especially at this stage in my life. You know what I'm saying? Probably in my younger days, you probably could have cheated on me, and because I was in love with you, I probably would have took you back. You know what I'm saying? And tried to work it out. At this point in my life, nah, I'm on a different type of time.
Yeah.
Real talk, I'm on a different type of time. So that's
Yeah.
what that is. That's what that is on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever floats people boat, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to value yourself a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And what you've given to that person.
Right.
Like you've sacrificed a lot for them to step out and be with somebody who ain't even put in none of the groundwork that you've put in and have dealt with none of the stuff that you've dealt with. You know what I'm saying? You dealt with the good, bad, and the ugly. And you mean to tell me that they can just step out with somebody else that don't know them and say it's a mistake and it was a bad decision? Right. Well,
People do it every day.
and you could do it without me. Straight up. Real talk.
10 times over without me.
Real talk.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
What else? So I know that you've been watching a lot of TikToks and stuff like that, and I know that you had a couple questions that you wanted to, ask me. So, this is the perfect time to ask.
Okay, so one of the things that I seen was, how long would you wait for a marriage proposal? Like, what's an okay time to wait for a marriage proposal?
I think when you wait longer than 3 years, you know what I'm saying? I think those conversations definitely should be talked about. You know what I'm saying? I know people who've been waiting 6-7 years. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I think when you're really, really intentional about somebody, I think you put that's a marriage is a priority. Right. When you're intentional about somebody. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I say 3 years for me, because you thinking this is let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. If we're in a relationship with somebody, we're seeing this person a lot. We're spending time with this person a lot. Mm-hmm. We've probably even moved in together. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if we're spending all this time with this person and we're saying that this is the person that we want to be with, we're telling that person, you're the person I want to be with. Mm-hmm. And we're now starting to build together. We're starting to accumulate things together. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is a priority. Now listen, let me wife her up, man. It's definitely about that time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that this is the woman for me. Will you ever be financially ready? Because I hear people say, man, I just ain't got the money right now. Will you ever be that though?
No, I don't think.
Especially when you're talking about that, like you'll never, even when you get it, now you got to put it off because I'm chasing this business or I'm chasing this bag. You know what I'm saying? And so for me it's 3 to 4 years. 4 years at the max for me.
4 years
before I would propose or something.
Yeah.
Year 3 or 4 for sure.
I think what happens is that I'm trying to see why would someone wait 5-6 years to get a proposal? Because just the proposal, that just mean they asked you. So if you waiting 5-6 years for a proposal, even if you waiting 3-4 years for a proposal, for me that's a long time.
So I'm supposed to propose in year 2?
Definitely if the people are living together, they've already started they building together, absolutely. And I think that they should be married by year 3. That is what I think. That's how I feel.
All right.
Because And my thing is, how long you think I'm supposed to wait?
Listen.
For
You can plan a wedding in 6 months.
absolutely,
You can go to the courthouse and get married in a day. What we talking about?
You absolutely can.
Now, is it about the marriage or is it about the wedding? Listen, somebody got to make their mind up.
No, because it's absolutely about both of them. Because I'm not opposed to going to the courthouse to get married and having a wedding later. It's that, to me, it's more about the marriage anyway. The wedding, we just want to have some fun, have the people come, dance, eat.
A whole lot of people that we don't really rock with anyway.
So, and that may even change if I go down to the justice of the peace and get married. The wedding part of it may change to, hey, listen, I want to go to an island and stay over there for 10 days.
There you go.
So the actual wedding piece, that may change.
There we go.
So I think what happens is that people, they move in together, they start doing things as a husband and a wife, and somewhere along the lines, people get comfortable.
No, it ain't people. Men get comfortable.
He said it, y'all.
I
ain't said.
Like I said.
He said it.
Like I said, we gotta keep it 100.
Okay,
we gotta keep it 100. Men get comfortable, and men feel like, listen, we already doing everything that, like a husband and a wife. Why we gotta get married?
Right. So men become comfortable. And it's still like, well, technically, like, no, we not. This is not legally binding.
Listen, now I apologize for cutting you off because I've been kind of seeing this too on social media a lot.
What?
I want you to tell me, what is the benefit of a man getting married? What's the benefit?
The benefit of a man getting married, I believe that it will be his helpmate. She is the one, although they say, oh, you got to have your own peace. Your wife can't give you, absolutely, your wife can give you peace.
Big facts.
So she is his peace, his helpmate. She is pushing him. She's encouraging him. Because, see, men cannot be vulnerable in the world. Outside their house, they can't be vulnerable. So they absolutely need a place where they can be vulnerable.
Safe space.
They need a safe space. And the wife absolutely provides that to him. She absolutely does.
Mm-hmm.
So all it is, what's the benefit of him getting married? You go down there to those nursing homes and those hospitals with them 65-year-old players in there with ain't nobody taking care of them. The nurses, and he talking about, I wish I would have, settled down. Yeah, it's too late, partner.
Nah, for real, because you hear even I don't know if people have been watching, but even Shaquille O'Neal, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple of interviews saying that, how he regrets, like, he's lost 2 good women in his life. 2. By being foolish, you know what I'm saying? And running the streets and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And his regret is that. So he said, like, his first wife is married, but he's still her protector. Like,
He did. I actually watched that.
He ain't got to worry. She ain't never got to worry about nothing. And she married.
So I wonder how the husband feel, because Shaq was like, he said she's still married. But she's married. She don't got to worry about nothing. He was like, because that's still my wife. And I'm like, Shaq, she got a whole nother man over there. What you got going on?
Listen, the current husband is securing himself. He has what this man that's talking didn't want or didn't appreciate.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So by Shaq saying that, as the other man, it wouldn't even bother me.
It wouldn't even bother you?
It wouldn't even bother me because this is my wife.
Right.
And I know you on the podcast, and I know you talking shows, so you really hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Really is.
So I applaud you for your honesty, but it's irrelevant now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for
nothing.
me, as the current husband, I just be like, I salute you, bro. I salute you, dog. And you know what I'm saying? We would be cool. We would chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you, dog? Like, you a billionaire. All that money in the world, you ain't happy
Money can't buy happiness though.
at all.
Money
At all.
cannot
At all.
buy happiness.
At all. It can buy a lot of trips, and it can buy a lot of bags and stuff like that, cars and stuff, but it definitely can't buy you happiness. And I know people say that all the time, but you talking to somebody who had a bag, who had a big bag, you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of times where I wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of times where I was in the house by myself, wondering what was next, wondering why I was going through some of the things I was going through. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it ain't always about the bag. And one thing I did learn is, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you share that bag with people that you love, people that you know reciprocate your energy, it is an amazing feeling.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot what we missing in the world is people just really sharing their gifts. And I'm not just talking about financially. I'm just talking about spiritually. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about their voice, their wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Their platform. You know what I'm saying? We have so many just selfish people these days. You feel me? So
selfish people. So another thing they said was marriage, divorce, and the aftermath.
okay, ask because I've been divorced. So you know,
Well, which one? It say marriage, divorce, and the aftermath.
I mean, sometimes it just does not work.
I
You
can
know,
agree with that.
sometimes it just don't work, and sometimes it ain't no beef. It ain't no drama. It ain't nothing like that. Sometimes it just does not work, and it does not work because people don't know what marriage is.
Yes.
That we do a lot. I can honestly say, like, I knew what a husband was, but I didn't know how to be a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen my grandfather, amazing man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew what type of husband he was, but when it came to me being one myself, I struggled. I definitely struggled. You know what I'm saying? So it be like that. And it ain't, like I said, it ain't always somebody else's fault. It ain't always somebody else's fault. Sometimes it just does not work. We are both going in two different directions. And, you know, the marriage ended. And sometimes you do have the ugly divorces, but that comes from people trying to hurt each other. You know what I'm saying? When you have the ugly divorces, that comes from people trying to hurt each other. But the aftermath of it all is, you know, learning from your mistakes.
Yes.
And healing the right way, even if that means having to go to counseling, even if that means not dating for a while, you know what I'm saying, and getting you right. You know what I'm saying? The healing is the blessing part, you know what I'm saying? Because you're able to, you know what I'm saying, you're able to love again and find somebody that, you know what I'm saying, loves you unconditionally. And you know what I'm saying? So I never say I'll never get married again because I'm a husband. I'm not a boyfriend. So, you know, that's just me. What about you though?
I think that I do agree that some people don't know what marriage is. I have been married and divorced as well. I think that in a marriage, you definitely have to compromise. There has to be a when you are married, you definitely I'll just say you have to compromise sometimes.
Right.
But your happiness is also important as well. There will be some people don't always show the real side of marriage. And, you know, my mom and dad was married, you know, for 40 plus years. They were married.
Right.
I can imagine, I know my mom and dad probably whatever issues that they had, but those issues didn't outweigh the love that they shared with each other.
Right.
And you know, just sometimes the divorces happen; they just do. But I think a part of the divorce is you have to take accountability of your part in the divorce. So, like for me, I absolutely know what my part, the part that I played in my divorce.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. So now, when I get, because I've never said that I wasn't gonna get married again. So when I do get married again, I know what to look for. I know, you know, how to respond differently. How I responded then, I definitely wouldn't respond now because I was 20 then, and I'm, 40 now. So just knowing, what you went through and using those things to learn from.
Big
Yeah.
facts. It's all a learning curve. Like, if anybody tell you marriage is easy, they are lying to you. Marriage is not easy. Marriage may be one of the hardest things that you ever do. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when we talk about, just family, and we talk about work, and we talk about children. Like, and that's just the small, and those things are small compared to other things that you really, really go through. You know what I'm saying? We talk about, maybe somebody gets sick, and like,
Yeah.
people talk about they built for marriage, but nah, like, you built for the thought of marriage, but are
Yeah.
you really built to be married to someone that could potentially get sick,
Right.
can potentially be in a wheelchair, you know what I'm saying, can potentially need you to bathe them? Like, are you built for marriage? Like, that's what we be talking about. Like, we not talking about the marriage, the surface part. We talking about
Right.
digging deep into the marriage part. And are you really, really ready to rock with your wife or your husband for the entirety of the marriage, regardless of what happens?
Right.
You know.
And people don't, they don't, like, I know I've seen a video and the guy told the young lady that he just needed her to help out for a little bit. I don't even think they was married, but he was just like, I just need you to help out for a minute, they cut my hours. She was like, no, you need to get another job.
I would have been out.
You'd have been
I would
out.
have left. I would have. The moment she said no, that would have been our last conversation. And I'm not even going back and forth. We not arguing. We not nothing. Soon as she said no, then that's the end of our relationship, and I need to figure out what's my next plan. Because if you rocking with me, you rocking with me. Ain't no 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Right.
You ain't gonna rock with me in certain situations and not. Like, if we rocking, and that's just what it is. Because I'm not gonna tell you no.
Right.
Like, my one of my top priorities is to make sure you straight.
Right.
In all aspects of our life together, and on the aspect of your individual, because I still want you to be, even though we together, I
Right.
still want you to be your own person and be your own individual, because
Right.
you got some stuff that you want to accomplish and you want to do, and I want to be your biggest fan, and wherever I can help at, that's where I want to help at. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
in that no, it's time for me to go.
He said it's time for me to go.
You heard me?
I don't think that there are enough marriages where people can see people push through
Real talk.
through the sickness, or through the somebody not working, and all of those things. I just think about my mom, like, and my dad. My mom, she was the sicker one of the two, but when I tell you, my daddy took care of my mama. Like, he worked graveyard, so he would go to work and go sit at the hospital all day and go home for a couple of hours. And he did that literally probably for 3 different times, but over a span. Like, one time she was like in a rehab for like 4 months. But it was like he was doing time with her, because he was in the rehab sitting in the chair right next to her.
I'm right there.
So people don't get that part. Like, somebody legit could get sick. And, okay, what's your move? Or somebody could be out of work. Okay, what's next? And that's why it's important that women work. Now, if your man making XYZ amount of money and maybe he don't want you to work, I would still advise you, have you a business, have you something.
Yeah.
Just have you something. Because all of that could be gone in one day, and then we both looking at each other. I'm like, what you on, sir? What you doing?
I don't know.
So we just gonna be broke.
I'm back on the block. I'm back on the block. Time to call them boys.
Trying to make a call. No, we have to. When the Bible talks about a virtuous woman, listen, she ain't no joke.
No.
Like, she doing it. So I think marriage can be a very beautiful thing, but it also takes work. I'm not gonna say that it's hard or it's difficult. We're gonna have difficult times, or
Yeah.
we'll have hard times, but that don't mean the relationship
Has to be
has
hard
to
and
be
difficult.
hard and
Real
difficult.
talk.
So yeah,
I mean, and like I said, it's all a process. And if you really want to be married, you're gonna stay married. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Like ain't nothing to it but to do it. We ain't just gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, those are conversations that we have at the beginning. Those are conversations that we really dig deep into. You know what I'm saying? It ain't finna be no time when my woman say she not feeling well. Oh well, baby, I'm going out with the fellas. Absolutely not. Hey, baby, what you need from me? Hey, don't worry about it. Cuddle up on this couch. Let's watch a movie. I need to make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? And I think I see more so of that not going on. Too many of the guys want to hang out with they brothers more than they woman. You know what I'm saying? And I think we just losing sight of what's important. I'm not telling you to not have no friends. I'm not telling you to not go have fun, but you got to prioritize some things too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's just some things that's really not that important right
right,
now.
right,
There's absolutely things that I need to be doing right
right,
now for my family.
right. And to be honest with you, when I was growing up, I knew my daddy had like male friends or whatever, but him and my mama was together all the time.
My grandfather, my grandpa, the same way.
Like
Real talk.
they hanging out.
Yeah, wherever my grandpa went, my grandma was there. It was almost like when my grandma knew when my grandma hear them keys, she already in the car. Like, where we
Where we
going?
going? Let's go.
And my grandfather hated the grocery store, but he gonna walk every single aisle pushing that basket. My grandma would be like, "You want this?" Mm-hmm. And he just gonna push the
He
basket.
pushing the
He
basket.
pushing that basket. He ain't with no complaints. He pushing that basket no matter where they going. You know what I'm
So
saying? They going together.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, no, it wasn't no. Maybe once in a while, maybe my mama like hung out, but she had like her sister or the women in the church. So, but it wasn't like this like weekly thing of I'm hanging out with the girls. Like
Yeah, and my grandfather had his had his weekly thing where they would barbecue and you know what I'm saying, like all the wives hung together, all the husbands hung together, those
right,
kind of get together. My grandfather them they did something like that
yeah,
every week. It was poker night, you know what I'm saying, spades night, whatever was going on, you know what I'm saying. But they did it. They always kind of did it a lot together.
together,
You know what I'm saying. There wasn't a lot of things that they did individually. You know what
right,
I'm saying. When it was time to take trips, they was definitely going together. Sometimes he went with the guys, but he probably took his couple of my uncles or
yeah,
some of the grandkids where we went fishing and stuff like that. But
yeah.
a lot of the time, grandma and grandpa, but they was really they was knee deep in it.
I'm thinking 98% of the time when you are married, this just me in my opinion. If if we married, like it's me and you. Now, yeah, we gonna have that 2%. All right, you wanna go, whatever, go ahead. But I'll if it's 31 days in the month, 30 of them is mine.
Now listen, now on the other hand,
What?
like fellas, go have some fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go have some fun with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I think every year the guys y'all should we should take a trip. You know what I'm saying? With just
Yeah.
the fellas. You know what I'm saying? And also, hey baby, I pay for you wherever you and your girls want to go. Y'all go do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I at the end of the day, like you're still individuals. Y'all still enjoying life and at every age, at any age, like have fun.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Still have
Have
fun.
fun because life is so short and we do not know how much time we got left. So with not knowing that, got to enjoy it
Yeah.
for real, for real. So listen, words to live by. These are the type of conversations. These are the flow we gonna have. I'm gonna have a lot more guests on here. You know what I'm saying? Just talking, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? Digging deep into people's brains and mental health and all that stuff. We're gonna have some real live, serious conversations. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna laugh. You maybe even hear some people cry on the show. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how passionate they are about what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let ReRe get her last words in. Is there anything you would like to say You know what I'm saying?
Remember to put God first in all that you do. Remember to love yourself, love others. Everything gonna work out. That's all.
Real talk. Keep God first. Love yourself unconditionally. Reciprocate all the love and energy that you're getting from others. And know this. Keep God first. You heard me? Love y'all. Be blessed. Words to live by. We'll talk to y'all soon. One.